Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about some private investigation books, in particular the ones that I own, because that's the only thing I can vouch for. When I first got into the private investigation industry, I went to a training class and I learned all this great stuff, but there was all this stuff going on behind the scenes. I mean, I was doing the surveillance and the pretexting and the investigating, but there was this background searches going on and there was data being gathered, preliminary research being conducted that I had no idea about. I just knew how to do surveillance. And so I went out and I started looking for some books. And the first book I bought was this one right here, and it's almost in mint condition. I think I've had this for almost 9 years. It's How to Make $100,000 a Year as a Private Investigator by Edmund J. Panicu. Anyways, there's some good information here. I mean, this guy was a hustler. I don't mean in a bad way. I mean, this guy hustled. He worked hard as a private investigator to get where he was, and he tells a little bit about a story. Some of the stuff is outdated, but if you can find it, it probably isn't that much money to buy and check out. So you might want to check that out. And I might have an Amazon link on my website. I can't remember. So anyways, and so after that, I checked into some other books, and I noticed that all these other all the private investigator books, I was a little suspect of. I was a little careful of, like, okay, well, that book was a little bit outdated, so I need something more, up to date. And the Idiot's Guide was something I came across. So the Complete Idiot's Guide to Private Investigation, and let me tell you, this isn't a book that you should overlook. If anything, this should be maybe one of the first books you should ever get. This gets into, and this one actually it's been updated since then. Again, I probably had this for 80 years or 9 years. I mean, I think about it right after that one. This talks about, oh my gosh, it talks about credit headers, and I didn't know what that was at the time, and then I realized that specific companies were getting credit headers and using it to get their data, like address history and things like that. Absolutely must-have book. It's probably like $20 on Amazon or something. Definitely check this book out. It's The Complete Idiot's Guide to Private Investigating. And again, you probably can find the updated version. You're going to learn surveillance. You're going to learn searching death records, and it's quality information. By the way, this isn't crap. So I learned so much from this book. Actually. Yeah, that guy that I just told you about actually commented on that book, so he actually had read this and thought this was a great book too. So these are the two main private investigation books that I would recommend. I also recently just picked this up. It's the Pocketbook Private Investigator's Legal Pocket Guide. There's some good stuff in here. I think I bought it for like $3. So with that being said, $3 is nothing for a little pocketbook to kind of review some legal things when you're out in the field doing surveillance, or some of the stuff you're just going to know after a while after you become a private investigator. But it doesn't hurt, maybe, when you first start off, just to kind of have it in hand to reference if you're challenged on something regarding laws. So now I'm going to go with some. I got one more for you. The Investigator's Little Black Book, but it's really not that little. And this isn't a book to read and learn. This is a book for research. And I'm just going to open it up and I'm going to see what we got here. What you can possibly research in here. Nazi war criminals. This will tell you where to look for Nazi war criminals. Just this random... I want to say random sounds like a bad thing. It's the stuff that you don't think you might need to find, and you might be able to Google this, but you never know. This is likely, this is like in the third revision, but this is likely to have something that maybe the internet might not have. Here, let me go something else here. Here we go, statewide criminal checks, and then it talks about every state and who to call, where to go. And that, again, you might find on the internet, but you might not find some stuff on the internet. where to go for computer crime. You know, in the course of your private investigation career, you're going to be you're going to have clients that need things that maybe you would never expect that they needed from you. And the first place I would actually look to research, you know, to see if the answer is in here, where to look for something, where to find something. It could be marriage records in another country, or, you know, something to that effect. It's going to be the most random stuff. I mean, the NCIC vehicle manufacturer codes tells you what they are. I think it taught me in here what all the codes in gosh, I can't remember what I'm talking about now. Sample Miranda warnings, phonetics, driver's license formats, how they work, so you can figure out maybe where a license is from. The anatomy of a VIN number. That's what I was trying to think of. Tells you what all the numbers mean. So if you're looking at a stolen car, maybe the VIN number has been switched out, so you would be able to identify if it was wrong. You know, and I'm sure the DMV would be too, but you know, you'd look like the hero at first. So seriously, in between these two books for private investigation, these would be the two books I would absolutely have on hand. Both of these books are on my Amazon link and on my website. But aside from that, I'm always promoting private investigation companies to start blogs. And one of the best blogging books that I've read, and I've been writing a blog for a little over a year now, I bought this book, and this is called the PROBLOGGER: Secrets for Blogging Your Way to a Six-Figure Income. I wouldn't buy it thinking about the six-figure income. This is going to teach you how to write blog titles and what to have in them. It's actually pretty interesting. I think I read it in like 3 days. I mean, I'm not a reader, but it's good. It's good, and I learned a lot of the stuff I already knew because I've been doing it for a year. But if you're new to blogging, this is definitely a book you want to pick up. Some serious professional bloggers doing this. So yeah, by Darren Rouse and Chris Garnett. And the last one I'm going to tell you is this one's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. I just started reading this. Well, I take that back. I started reading this a couple of months ago, and I started reading it in the paperback form. And what I was finding is that, you know, I'm running out of time during the day to read. I mean, I can't really read on surveillance, because if I'm reading on surveillance, that means I'm taking my view away from what I need to be seen. You know, technically, if you're doing surveillance, you need to be able to hear things around you, and you need to see. But let's face it, it is absolute torment to sit in a car for 10 plus hours and not do anything. So, what I ended up doing, since I just didn't have so much time to read, I ended up getting an audiobook from Audible.com. So what I ended up doing is I ended up getting this on Audible.com. It's an Amazon company. It's an application for my phone. And I listened, gosh, I'm almost done with this book, and I think I have like an hour left maybe, over like 2 or 3 days. Just listen to it on surveillance. So my podcast listeners now have a chance to get a free trial. You get to have a free book with no obligation. And all you have to go to is audibletrial.com/PI Advice Podcast. And you go sign up, you get a free book, you can download it, and then put it on and then you get the Audible app for your iPhone or your smartphone or whatever. Download the book, whatever book you want. I'm a big believer in always gaining knowledge, right? So anyway, so you get some kind of whatever you wanted to read, some knowledge book, maybe something to, I don't know, make you smarter. I don't know. You can download the book, and then what you can do, you cancel right after you download it, and it won't matter. But I just started mine. Me and my wife doesn't really like this same kind of reading I do. She's more into books of enjoyment. I'm more of in books of knowledge. Anyways, you cancel it right after if you don't like it. I think you will. And anyways, it's a free book, and give it a shot. There's also a link on the PI Resources webpage of my Private Investigator Advice website at privateinvestigatoradvicehq.com. Aside from the books, what I would definitely do is, if you aren't a private investigator yet and you're commuting to work, put in a podcast of knowledge, some kind of podcast that you're gaining knowledge on your way to work, and constantly just feed your brain. I'm not saying overwhelm it, but feed it, feed it with knowledge, so you're always constantly learning something. There's other private investigator podcasts out there. There's of course mine, the Private Investigator Advice podcast. Use that time. It's a whatever your commute is. I would definitely use it, and that's what I do. I don't listen to music anymore. I just pop in a podcast, and it's not always PI related, but I have a lot of different podcasts to listen to just to kind of learn different things about websites or search engine optimization or whatever. But anyways, guys, those are my books. I actually have them. I showed you. I'm not, when I talk about them on my podcast or I write about them, I'm not blowing smoke. I actually do have them. So check them out. I hope you like them. Again, audibletrial.com/PI Advice Podcast, or just go to the website and I'll have a link up there for you to click on if you want to go ahead and sign up for that. I am an affiliate, like I said, so I will receive a commission, but it's not going to cost you anything. So if you want to do it, please sign up through my website. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I hope this helped you. And that's it. Have a great day.